Hi, I'm Max.
Hi, I'm Harry.
The Great Gatsby by Francis Scott Fitzgerald.
Chapter 3. There was music from Gatsby's house most nights. People came and went all the time. In the afternoon, his guests swam in the sea or sunbathed on his beach while his two motorboats raced on the Sound. His Rolls Royce became a bus, carrying groups to and from the city, and his station wagon met every train. On Mondays, 8 servants came to clean up the mess from the weekend. Caterers came regularly with color lights to decorate the garden. They put out tables and filled them with cold meats, many different salads and pies. They set up a bar in the house. At 7 o'clock, the orchestra arrived. The swimmers had already left the beach and were changing into their evening clothes. More people arrived in their cars, and soon the party was in full swing. I believe that the first time I went to Gatsby's house, I was one of the few invited guests. People weren't invited, they arrived. But Gatsby had sent me a note in the morning. He would be honored to see me at his party he worked. I felt rather uncomfortable at first, because I didn't know anyone. I looked for Gatsby, but nobody knew where he was. I stood next to the bar and tried to hide my embarrassment by drinking. Then Jordan Baker came into the garden. "Hello," I shouted. "I saw you might be here," she replied. "I remember that you live next door." Two girls in yellow dresses walked past. "Hello," they cried. "We're sorry you didn't win." Jordan had lost in the final of the golf tournament the week before. We walked around the garden and then we got some cocktails from the bar. We sat at a table with the two girls in yellow and three men. "Do you come to this party often?" Jordan asked the girl next to her. "Quite often," she answered. "Last time I tore my dress on the chair. Gatsby asked for my name and address. In a week, I got a packet with an evening dress in it. Imagine, he paid $265 for a dress." "There's something strange about someone who does that," said the other girl. "He doesn't want any trouble with anybody." "Who doesn't?" I asked. "Gatsby. Somebody told me that he killed a man once." "I don't know if that's true," said the other girl. "But he was a German spy during the war." "I heard that from a man who grew up with him in Germany," said one of the men. "Oh no," said the first girl. "He was in the American Army during the war." People started dancing to the music of the orchestra. Then a famous tenor sang in Italian and champagne was served in large glasses. Jordan and I went into the house to look for our host, but we didn't find him. We got another drink and sat down at the table with a man of about my age and a girl who laughed at everything. I was enjoying myself now. When there was a pause in the entertainment, the man looked at me and smiled. "Your face is familiar," he said politely. "Weren't you in the first division during the war?" "Yes, I was." "I was too. I knew I had seen you before." We talked about friends. He told me that he had just bought a new boat. He was planning to go out in it in the morning. Want to come with me, Oswald? What time? I don't mind, you tell me. I turned to my new friend. This is an unusual party for me, I said. I haven't seen the host. I live over there. And I point to my house, and Gatsby sent me an invitation. He looked at me strangely. I'm Gatsby, he said. What? I exclaimed. Oh, I beg your pardon. I saw you knew, Oswald. I'm afraid I'm not a very good host. At that moment, a butler arrived and told Mr. Gatsby that Chicago was calling on the phone. Excuse me, Oswald, he said. I will see you later. I had expected Mr. Gatsby to be fat, red-faced, and middle-aged. I turned to Jordan and asked, Who is he? He's just a man named Gatsby. No, I mean, where is he from? What does he do? Now you have started on that subject, she answered, smiling. He told me once he was an Oxford man. However, I don't believe it. Something in her voice reminded me of the other girls. I think he called a man. And increased my curiosity. Young men didn't arrive from nowhere and buy a palace on Long Island. The orchestra started to play some jazz music. I looked around. Gatsby was standing on the step of his house. He was looking at everyone with approving eyes. He didn't look like a sinister person with his attractive tan face and short, tidy hair. Miss Baker, it was Gatsby's butler. Excuse me, but Miss Gatsby would like to speak to you alone. To me? She exclaimed. Yes, madam. She got up, looking at me in surprise, and followed the butler. I have given the impression that the events of these 3 nights were all that interest me that summer. That isn't true. Those 3 nights were weeks apart. Between them, I led a very full and busy life. Most of the time, I worked in New York. I made friends with the other young men in the office and had lunch with them in crowded restaurants. I even had a short love affair with a girl who worked in accounts. But when she went away on vacation, I let the relationship end quietly. I usually had dinner at the Yellow Club, and then I went upstairs on the library tour and read for an hour. After that, I often walked down Madison Avenue and across 33rd Street to the Pennsylvania Station. I began to like New York. I didn't see Jordan Baker for a while, and then in the middle of the summer, I met her again. At first, I enjoyed going out with her. Because she was a golf champion, everyone knew her name. Then I realized my feelings were changing. I wasn't in love with her, but I felt tender toward her. She was a strongly competitive woman. I remember that she had once cheated in a tournament that she was losing. However, I didn't let her know my feelings. I knew I had to end the relationship with the girl back home in the Midwest. I have always been an honest person, and I knew I couldn't continue to deceive her.
看不到哎。
Time about against the current.
Born back
ceaselessly
into the past.